Hi. Yeah, I'm an Ultimate Iron Man, and these are my stats, but I want these to be my stats, so we're making a little series where we do that. Wait, is that all there was on the script? Oh, okay. Well, I guess go ahead and enjoy the video. Alright, so what's up guys? I've just been woodcutting for a little bit here. I figured I'd just go ahead and jump right into it, I guess. We're at 98 woodcutting, a million XP away from 99. I remember I basically just AFK woodcut while editing videos for like 4 or 5 months from level 60 to 98. I stopped at 98 because, I don't know, I guess I figured if I went all the way to 99, then any like additional woodcutting XP that we ended up getting as a product of whatever activity we were doing would be wasted. And so at 98, we moved on over to mining, and then we just went from like 70 to 99 mining while editing the videos, and now we've moved on to hunter. So yeah, I guess, I don't know, I'm just gonna be woodcutting. I could be doing construction too with these teak logs, which is probably like a great idea, but I was just doing a little bit of theory crafting here, and I found this super duper neato, pretty intense calculator. So if you don't like math, feel free to click off the video now. I'm just gonna briefly touch on this for a sec here. Basically, this is just a calculator that calculates the expected loot per challenge mode Chambers of Xeric. But anyway, yeah, so I went ahead and just added these things to a little notepad here for you. So for every challenge mode Chambers of Xeric that we do, we're gonna bank this much XP. And since each challenge mode takes about 45 minutes with my gear and proficiency, that works out to like roughly 22,000 XP toward maxing per hour. So if we do challenge mode Chambers of Xeric for 5 hours, that's like over 100k XP that we would bank and not have to like work for ourselves by a different, less efficient means. So yeah, with that said, I literally think that we're just gonna go grind like maybe a couple hundred challenge mode Chambers of Xeric. I don't know, we might just do like 50 or 100. We might do like way more. I don't know. If we can get the ancestral hat, that'll mean that we can store our ancestral that we do have into POH, which clears up 2 inventory spots. So that's a really good. I also want to use the Tumikin Shadow there because I haven't used it there yet. I could also use our brand new fortified Masori with the T-bow there. There's also a bunch of combat achievements that we can do there. There's just a lot of reasons to be there, and it's really fun to be there. That's another reason. So I kind of just jumped right into woodcutting without really thinking about it. But now that I've actually thought about it, I think I'm actually going to go gear up for some Chambers of Xeric, man. So this will be efficient in so many different ways. And what we can even do on top of that is we can start farming some of these seeds. Like maybe we'll start with the toad flax. We'll just be doing Chambers of Xeric with -1 inventory space, but it's fine. We don't need that much inventory for that. So that would be like an insanely efficient thing. We're doing everything at once. So yeah, I guess with that, let's go ahead and hop in there. Actually, you know what? I think we're just going to do Tombs of a Masket. I just feel like I haven't really done this place enough yet. So yeah, I'll probably just do like 10,000 Tombs of a Masket or the pet, whichever comes first. Just kidding. We just need the crystal pickaxe for the Guardian's room in the chambers. If you actually thought that was real, you should probably go to a doctor or something. I don't know, man. Alrighty, friends. Well, it looks like we are ready to go for some Chambers of Xeric. I'll just hop worlds real quick here. We've got the inventory and gear for challenge modes, which is what we're going to be doing. Just in case you aren't familiar with my account and my progress, all we need at this point, all that I'm really after, is the ancestral hat, and then I guess one more twisted ancestral color kit. If we can get that, I'm literally going to be ecstatic. I'm going to be over the moon. It's going to be incredible. It's going to clear up 2 inventory spaces permanently, which is great because I can put those into POH once I get the full set. And yeah, so current KC is roughly, you know, 900 or something. I've never done Chambers of Xeric with this like absolutely stacked of a setup though. So this is going to be fucking crazy. I think I'm just going to do one normal raid to sort of learn how to do Olm with a 5-tick mage weapon and a 5-tick melee weapon because I've never done that before. So we'll just scout some raids here and see if we can get some easy ones. Also, shout out to Infomercial. He's basically just like giving me a bunch of information on how to do this properly. And he's also got a just a really nice UIM solo challenge mode run that he's sort of let me adopt. So shout out to that guy. I've mentioned him on the channel before, but he's a legend. All right, so you might be wondering to yourself, Loki, you always make such a big deal about nothing. Surely there's not that much of a difference between a 4-tick mage weapon and a 5-tick mage weapon. I do agree. I do make a big deal about nothing all the time. However, It's also true that there is quite a big difference between the different mage weapons. So what you're seeing on the screen here is me just basically trying to learn it. I've got a bunch of tile markers. They're in like a color of blue that's kind of hard for me to see. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know how to change tile colors. So anyway, I don't want to start commentating on how the method works until I'm familiar with it, and it's taking a little bit of getting used to. I mean, I've only been doing it for about 20 seconds now, and it seems to be working really good. The staff just absolutely shreds the mage hand. But yeah, so I guess I'll sort of periodically talk about both the 5-tick mage hand and the 5-tick melee hand methods as I get more comfortable with them. So I don't know how long that's going to take, but I guess stay tuned for that. All right, well, I forgot to bring in stams, so I couldn't really practice properly. I did get quite a bit of practice though. I just kept suiciding and doing the mage hand over and over. The sides are actually different. As you can see, I've got all these tiles marked. I'll get into that, I guess, when we finally learn it. But yeah, we had to finish the raid. No twisted bow, unfortunately. Antique planks, dragon arrows, amazing. Although I guess I can show you how we resupply for each raid. I also stole this pretty much directly from Infomercial. So shout out to him again. We just Clan Wars teleport, bag the loot that we're going to be keeping, which in this case is both of these things. Take out some GP from the coffer here. And then this is the real strat. We use the Book of the Dead to teleport to Piscarilius. We run southeast to Frankie, who will sell us some raw sharks. Looks like she's all sold out in this world though. I'm also getting a cough drop, so my voice is a little bit sloppy and sloppy, but bear with me here. There's the sharks. We hopped worlds, got some more sharks. Then I guess we just home teleport. Since we're on the Arceus spellbook, it takes us here, but there's a fairy ring right over here that we can get to the POH with. And then we just use our raw sharks on the range over here in the POH. It's okay if we burn a few, because I'm going to be bringing in super combats and staminas, so I only need like 5 or 6. That's the max I can carry anyway. And even then, we don't even end up using all of them quite often, so it's fine if we don't cook that many. And then we just teleport right back to Zarek's Honor with the talisman right here. So there was like probably a week where we were doing Chambers of Zarek runs before TOA came out. We just did like a ton of combat achievements, and we were trying to stack up a big old stack of pure essence. And I kind of went over all of this type of stuff back then, but that actually never made it into a video because when TOA came out, I wanted to make a TOA video and not a Chambers video. So I wound up completing a lot of these combat achievements in that week preceding TOA release. And I guess I won't be showing you that ever because I probably deleted those clips by now. But anyway, yeah, this should be enough to go in there and learn how to do this new method. So let's do that. I think what I'm going to do is just kind of like do normal raids. Hey, some rune arrows, nice. Diamonds, that's crafting XP. We're going to do normal raids until we're like comfortable enough with all the new stuff to just send challenge modes. So I guess let's run some normal ones. Dude, I have like so much to improve on, and even though we like extremely scuffed the entire raid, it's still like pretty solid time. We're at 28 minutes right now. Yeah, this this setup has like some pretty insane potential, I would say. And I am just like beyond excited to like learn how to do this properly because this is fucking sick. This is an interesting drop. Worms and silver ore. Okay, I guess we'll just like bank everything because I don't see why not. If we can get a bunch of quirms and like cadentines and irits, then I guess we'll plant our torstal seeds that we have stored at Hespori at the moment. So that's pretty nice. Additionally, what you can actually do with these silver ore is sell them to the shop, the Tazar shop for Tockle, and then buy sapphires with them and then craft those for crafting XP. I'm not sure if that's worth our time. I feel like it probably would be, because if we just had like a stack of, you know, like 100,000 silver ore or whatever, there wouldn't even be that much friction in terms of acquiring the crafting XP as a UIM. So yeah, that's a pretty nice thing that we may be doing someday in the future. Tumikin's Shadow is literally the best item, even against skeletal mystics, which are literally mages. But Tumikin's Shadow is just so strong that it's like, I literally don't care. I'm just gonna fucking murder you anyway. That face when you didn't bring an axe to chop the sapling, but you get an axe from the scavenger so you can chop it, except we need 99 wood cutting. So I guess we can't chop it, but all a better reason to max the account, I guess. That's a lot of crafting XP. That's beautiful. Definitely love to see it, man. I just have so many things that I want to say, but I'm waiting until I kind of get like more firm grasp on everything to start commentating. But man, there's just so many fucking good things about this this new setup we have with the fortified Missouri. And like the last time we were here, our setup wasn't nearly as good, and I'm just fucking loving it. I'm loving how it is now, so I'm really excited about this. I'm not 100% comfortable, but I'm like like, I don't know, 90% comfortable. The thing is like, there's this like very particular method. There's this cycle you can do and it guarantees like no damage, but you can also just like delay your attacks a hit. Like watch, I'm just gonna run over here. He's not gonna attack me and now I'm just gonna attack him. That's not like a cycle or a thing that's like a strategy. It's just like, I'm just doing my own thing. If you know how the head moves, then you can do your own thing. It's like a little bit less DPS, but I mean, it doesn't really matter because we've got stams to last us for days. So I'm just like running the head manually essentially while just dealing big damages whenever I get the chance. And it's working great. So I don't know, I guess we'll just like maybe send some challenge modes soon. The other major thing to mention here is that obviously our Fang is a 5-tick weapon. So usually what you would be doing here is the 4-to-1 method, which kind of depends on you having a 4-tick weapon. And historically, you would never not use a 4-tick weapon here unless you're doing like the Elder Maul 1-to-0 method. I guess maybe the Scythe is a 5-tick weapon, so that counts. But anyway, essentially what we're just doing here is we're just doing a 4-to-1, except it's 3-to-1. But it's like the same sort of pathing and stuff as if it was a 4-to-1. My attacks are just kind of delayed a bit. Yeah, this is just like going super smooth and I'm loving it a lot. For some reason, Cox just feels like home. I don't know why, but like I am excited to log into RuneScape when I know I'm going to be playing some Cox. Any other raid doesn't feel the same to me. So yeah, I guess like that's probably enough commentary for this session. All right, so I went ahead and bought some Tumakin Shadow charges. We're getting a little low, so I went ahead and bought some runes. Looks like we spent about 8 mil. I'm pretty sure this is the wrong amount of runes. I can never like get this right. It's such an odd ratio, but it might actually be right. Okay, yeah, it's definitely not right. We need to buy way more soul runes. It's 2 soul runes and 5 chaos runes per charge. So like, it's just awkward. It's awkward to like calculate that, and I thought I did it right. All right, looks like this should be the right amount. So a bit more than I was looking for, but cost us around 10 mil, but now we're at 8,800 charges. So I don't know how many raids that's going to be enough for. Maybe like 88 challenge modes. Is that right? That's not a lot. I feel like it's probably like 100 charges per raid or something, right? So yeah, it's going to be pretty expensive to keep this going. I didn't really think that that was going to be a thing. I guess we'll probably get like GP as a reward from the raid and maybe that'll help pay it off in terms of alks and such. But anyway, yeah, so I just suicided because I actually wanted to clear up the thrall setup from the inventory. The rune pouch was here and the Book of the Dead was here. And the cost in terms of inventory just wasn't covering the benefit of like a 1% faster raid or whatever. Having 2 extra brews is going to be significantly better for me at this point because I'm still not like 100% comfortable with the Fang on the melee hand and the Tumakin Shadow on the mage hand. So this setup will just let us have a bit more leniency with that. But yeah, not having the Book of the Dead means we don't have the access to Piscarilius to buy the raw sharks. So instead, I'm just going to be buying potatoes from the Warriors Guild. It's probably just fine. We usually don't even end up using all of the sharks anyway. Plus, this is a little bit faster because we don't have to cook them. But yeah, I think we're actually ready to run the challenge mode. 7 brews into Ulm should definitely be enough at my level of proficiency at the moment. So yeah, let's fucking go, dude. Once I get comfortable enough with all the methods that we're using, I'll probably just start bringing in Venge. So we can bring in the rune pouch with the Venge runes, and that'll be like pretty much just as effective as the thralls in terms of speeding up the raid. So yeah, that'll be like the next step in the progression here, I guess. So because I'm using the light bearer, we're actually able to get like so much spec regen that we can like Dragon Warhammer spec over and over and over again. So like I already hit 2 specs on this Tecton, and now I'm gonna have a 3rd spec. So I don't think I've like ever done that in my entire life. There it is, we even hit it. So that's just gonna like speed this up pretty substantially. And if, you know, God forbid this Tecton ends up taking like 5 minutes, we'll definitely get 1 or 2 more Dragon Warhammer specs. So like, it's just insanely nice. The Lightbearer is definitely like a massive improvement, as well as the Fang. The Fang is literally like insane DPS, because previously I was using the Scythe, which has charges. So, you know, ideally you don't want to be using charges. And yeah, it's just a good time. Sometimes I forget the anti-poison for the Shaman room, but there's like a bunch of safe spots in here. And if you just wait until they go into the safe spot, there's a 0% chance they will attack you. So I got lucky this guy just started in the safe spot, so I just ran up and attacked him. But this is generally not a fun time when you get poisoned here. You basically just have to die and lose like 10 minutes of raiding progress or whatever. But yeah, so we're just gonna wait for this guy to go either probably over there or over here even. So I don't ever remember this being a thing, but apparently it is. You can just kill the rangers on tightrope, and then you can just kind of skip the majors, just walk by, pick up the keystone and get out. They don't really do much damage. I literally never remember doing this ever, but yeah, supposedly works pretty consistently. So we're gonna be doing that from now on. Anyone who's done challenge mode Chambers of Xeric knows how fucking stupid Mudadile can be sometimes. Supposedly they're supposed to be changing it to be more, or I guess like less Shit. But yeah, we've got 2 brews for the mama. It's probably not going to be enough, but you know, sometimes you use 0 and sometimes you need like 6. So there's really no in between. Yep, that was not too bad, thankfully. All right, so basically 7 brews. I'm sort of just like expecting we're probably going to die just because I'm probably underestimating the strength of Ulm here on challenge mode. It's been a while since I've done this. But if we don't die, that'll be pretty cool. But if we do die, it's not that big a deal. I kind of just want to start doing challenge mode, so may as well get started with it. The majority of the damage we end up taking is actually during the 3-to-1 here. And if shit hits the fan, we can always just like resort to doing a 1-to-0 where we don't take any damage, but it significantly slows down the DPS. We'll probably just end up resorting to that at some point. All right, nice little 52-minute run. Once upon a time, that was like a really good run for me. This run was incredibly scuffed. I spent like a lot of time marking tiles and doing stuff like that. We could easily get like fucking a 45-minute run, no doubt. 27 rune ore and the diamonds. That's great. That's smithing and crafting XP. It's exactly what we're after. We're now at 101 challenge mode Chambers of Xeric. And yeah, that went pretty smooth considering that was my first one in like 9 months or whatever. But yeah, that's just great. I'm gonna go ahead and bank this loot and we'll get back on into another one. Damn, that's fucking sick, dude. 47-minute run. That's about better than just 95% of the runs I've ever done, and it was also extremely scuffed. It wasn't extremely scuffed. Wow, look at that absolute shit. I guess the cadentines are fine, but I don't really want saltpeter, obviously. But yeah, 47 minutes, that's great. I remember historically I was probably getting like 55-minute raids consistently, so we're basically knocking 10 minutes off that, and I still can improve pretty massively. So this is fucking sick, dude. Let's go. 2 doses brew is probably not going to cut it. We're going to have to tick eat. We get 2 tick eats. Here we go. There's 1 tick eat. Sorry is definitely making a noticeable difference here. I think last time I was here it was with black dehyde or something. So brews that we are going to need has gone down substantially since then, but still 2 doses is really cutting it short. There's very low chance we're probably going to get this. While we're doing it, we are getting pretty damn lucky right here. Very, very lucky. We did it. Wow, we literally did it. Okay, that's great. I love to see that. Yeah, even though I died twice to Mutta, we still got like a 46-minute raid. And as long as we complete the raid within like, I think it's an hour and 10 minutes is the challenge time, we're still going to be rolling on the Twisted Ornament kit, which is pretty nice. And you know, 36,000 points isn't that bad. 150 rubies and 180 dragon arrows is amazing. I gotta just bring Vengeance. I'm gonna bring Vengeance from now on, dude, because it's really annoying to die to Mutta Dial. And if we had Venge, it'd be less often, I guess. All right. Pretty solid raid, man. 47 minutes, and we had like almost 2 full brews left, so that's definitely an improvement for me with our new setup. I am happy about that. Some rune arrows, hell yeah, and diamonds. This is enough rune arrows to last us for like 100 raids, so that's great. What is this? What is going on here? I've never seen this before. There is some fishy stuff going on in here. Is there like a J mod in here with me or something watching me? I'll just put that down here where it belongs, I guess. Kill him, 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 kill him. Now, kill him. Kill him. Kill him. Thank you. All right, another raid. Pretty bad. Hey, pure essence. Kind of forgot about that. Yeah, we are on the hunt for pure essence as well. Because we have 250 blood essence, which means we need 250,000 pure essence. And Chambers of Xeric is kind of like one of the best ways to get passive pure essence. I think I did the calc at one point. I'm pretty sure it's like 2,500 pure essence per raid on average or something like that. So we will definitely be taking that as we get it. And yeah, I guess you can add that to the list of things that we're doing simultaneously at the moment. All right, so as I'm editing this, I'm just noticing that the list of all the things that we're simultaneously accomplishing is organized extremely sloppily, because as I was making this video, I was just so excited that I couldn't like slow down and just think and make a coherent piece of content that conveys all the information that I want to in a concise way. So in one breath here, I'm just going to lay out all the things that we're doing simultaneously at the moment. So we're bagging best in slot or near best in slot XP for maxing Ancestral Hat so we can store our Ancestral. Throughout all this, I forgot to mention that we need 1 Ancestral Ornament Kit to be able to store the Ancestral Hat. If we get it, 250,000 Pure Essence to be able to use up to 250 Blood Essence that we got from Tombs of Masket. We're also going to start farming our 4,000 plus Herb Seeds that we got from Tombs of Masket. Also, we're going to do some combat achievements that I want to go for, namely the Solo Challenge Mode Grandmaster Speed Run Time at 38.5 minutes. And we're also having fun. And I also have plenty of breath left somehow, even though this has all been in one breath. And okay, now I'm starting to run out. But anyway, let's just get back into the video. This is what you call the double safe spot McGee. Something. I don't know. Whoa! 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 That was a little too close. I went in there with like over 100 HP. I'm surprised we got that low. Maybe we can die from that. I should probably end up figuring that out at some point, it looks like. Let's go Venge. Nope, that's not really that much of a Venge. Get a big Venge. What? He just mage just a 38? I did not know he could hit that high with mage. Wow. Okay, that's unfortunate. The trouble with max hits in Chambers of Xeric is that it's scaled differently based on obviously the number of people and whether or not it's challenge mode. So kind of just have to know the max hits. I could like ask someone probably, but even then, like it would just be kind of an opinion that the highest hit they've seen, for example. I guess we'll add that one to our experience memory Excel sheet or something. There's some gold ore. The Lantidime I think is just gonna be a drop because we're already 15 million Herbler XP or whatever. So Venge is not only good at Mudadile, it's actually good at pretty much, well, all the rooms. Most of the rooms, I guess. Place where it's like the second most useful is probably Vasa here. As you can imagine, those of you who know Chambers of Xeric, Vasa starts off the fight with a big old damage. So, you know, we usually get a nice little like 40 to 50 damage for free starting off the fight, which is pretty nice. And sometimes if we get like a bunch of brews dropped from Vanguards, I could even like eat up to like over 100 HP and get like a massive, you know, like 80 damage Venge. Usually I don't get enough brews to do that, but sometimes you can get away with it. All right, another raid completed. Rubies and mahogany planks. That's just about the best thing we can get. Hey, the elite clue as well. That's our first one of those on this little grind here. A lot of these raids are pretty scuffed. This was like a 51-minute, 43,000 point raid. That's not like terrible, but I died 3 times that raid, and that's not really like a good thing, obviously. I'm hoping that eventually I'll kind of just get my bearings back and stop dying. I definitely used to be running like 95% consistent deathless CMs back when we were doing like a 4-to-1 Olm hand and a 3-to-0 mage hand. Those are just so cozy. Anyway, let's go do this elite clue, shall we? Hey, we're doing the elite clue. We have to get a watermelon seed and plant it. So I'm just doing some temple trekking to get a watermelon seed in. We got ourselves the lumberjack hat. That is nice. I still need to get the legs and the boots, I think, for a master clue step, because I guess I never really did that. So we just passively are completing this lumberjack outfit as we do this elite clue step like once every 2 months or whatever. I tried grinding it out one time and I spent like an hour. I didn't get the event once, so I just sort of gave up. Nothing like some good old macro efficiency. All right, there is the elite casket. Let's see what we get. Yep. Oh, hey, mahogany planks. I guess we're going for those, so may as well throw those in the looting bag. Some Lantadimes and dwarf weeds. If I wasn't 99 herb lord, that would be great, but those are actually both just going to be a drop. I am not holding on to those because I'm not going to make any more range potions or magic potions on this account. I think I might have said this at one point, but Tumikin's Shadow is best in slot for killing the abyssal portal here on Vespula, which is great because, I mean, runner-up is T-Bow, and it's not bad, but every once in a while, you would get like a just horrible RNG. And if I'm recalling this correctly, the prayer enhance would literally run out before you managed to kill the portal and you would just be fucked. That definitely happened to me like a couple times, but right there, we literally just cleared the room in like, I don't know, 20, 30 seconds or whatever that was. So this particular room is definitely one of the places where I'm just like in love with the Tumikin Shadow. Or the soul runes. That's a lot of soul runes. Hell yeah, dude. I'll take that, man. So whenever I get soul runes, I'll pretty much just, I'll just come buy some chaos runes so we can immediately throw it all into the staff. That's because I only have 21 inventory spaces in this looting bag that I'm allowed to utilize. For every one item we go over that's one item in Hespori that I won't be able to withdraw. So I pretty much need everything that's in there. So any item that we can use up without having to allocate an inventory spot for it without wasting too much time to use it is definitely going to be worth our while. I calculated that we're pretty much using like 150 charges on the staff per raid, which is about 176k GP worth of runes per raid, which is kind of a lot. It's nice that we're getting these soul runes drops though, and on average we're expected to get about half of our charges back per raid worth of soul runes, which basically comes out to like 150 soul runes per raid on average. So that's definitely going to be a nice little buffer on the cost to maintain the staff, which is nice. Dude, we're literally gonna die. We're literally gonna die. We're literally gonna die. We're literally gonna die. We're literally no. Okay, the damage there is so inconsistent. Sometimes it's a ton and sometimes it's none. That's probably my least favorite part of the entire raid. Holy shit, it's never happened before. It just happened though. I think I just hit 6 zeros or something with the staff. Usually it's never even close to the melee hand resetting, but it just happened there for the first time. I was kind of a little bit excited there. Sorry if I hurt your eardrums or something. But yeah, that's a new thing that I guess can happen. Luckily though, I started bringing in an excess of stamina just in the off chance we end up in these kinds of circumstances. But quite often I'll just end the raid with like an entire full stamina. Oh, it's a dark relic drop. It's our first one of those that we've gotten on this little grind here. I don't even know what to use that on, man. I gotta think about that for a sec. I don't know, I guess like Hunter, probably our best one. You get way more XP in skills that you use inside the raid as opposed to skills that you don't use inside the raid. So you use Hunter in the raid, so 15k XP. It would have been like 5k construction XP if I used it on that instead. The only other skill that we use inside the raid is cooking that we don't have at level 99 yet. So pretty sure Hunter is just better than cooking. So we'll probably be using all of our dark relics on that. Holy, yeah, sub 2-minute tecton. Pretty sure we only ever did that like once with our old setup, but the Fang is just like so good against high defense monsters, dude. Right, this is like a pretty good run overall. We're actually on pace to get the Grandmaster speed run. I think it's like a 38:30 is what you need. So we have 2 minutes left in the raid. Probably not going to get it, especially because I'm out of food and I'm going to have to do the 1-0 method on the melee hand. If we weren't out of food though, we might be able to get some sick RNG and pull it off here, but we're probably going to be getting a master speedrun combat achievement regardless. So yep, there it is. Nice. Master Combat Achievement. I don't know what the time is that you need to get for that. Oh, it's 45 minutes. So yeah, we destroyed that by a whole 4 minutes. 41 minutes and 4 seconds is our new PB. 114 KC for the Snapdragons and the Irits. Yeah, I think we definitely should be getting the Grandmaster time at some point. Once we just like clean up, like I guess like every room a little bit. That's a pretty exciting prospect, not gonna lie. And it's so fucking efficient. 41 minute, 58,000 point raid. That's just like, that's essentially as if we were doing like consistent 20-minute raids for like the normal raids, like including scouting time and prepping. And yeah, that's just great, man. I fucking love it. All right, so there's this thing on Vasa that is kind of a cool thing. And I've done like, you know, close to like, I don't know, 800, 900 raids now. And I literally didn't know this. I didn't notice this the whole time, but it's true. And that is that Vasa will never go to the same crystal twice in a row. So what you can do is kind of just like run to the area he was in. And then you'll never have to worry about Vasa trampling over you, choosing the path that you happen to be standing on. And that's just super nice because sometimes you can get kind of fucked and you don't really want to be getting fucked as far as I'm aware. So yeah, it's interesting because like that's something that you don't need to know to be a proficient raider, but knowing that definitely increases your proficiency even more, even if you're already sufficiently proficient, is a fun thing to say. But yeah, there is more stuff like that as well, so I'll probably just be saying that kind of stuff as I remember to say it or something. All right, so we spent a lot of time this video kind of just talking about general stuff related to our situation. Lots of talking as usual with my videos. This is going to be 120 KC, so 20 KC in one video is not like crazy low in terms of the number of KC in a video. We're expected to get a purple like once every 15 KC or so no purple unfortunately. And yeah, I feel pretty comfortable with the amount of things that we outlined about our new setup. The new setup is amazing and I'm super excited to keep going on this. I've said this like I don't know how many times, but legitimately I am so happy to be playing the game right now. Happier than I've been in a while. And that doesn't even include the fact that we're basically doing like 6 goals at once, which as you guys know from the perspective of a RuneScaper, that's basically the equivalent of throwing that cantaloupe in the microwave and warming that thing up before you throw it down on the bed. And you know, I'm not going to finish that sentence, but anyway, so the video is pretty long as it is. If you want to be notified when the next video drops, feel free to subscribe, leaving a like as you're able to support the channel. And as always, thank you for love you, bye. Massive shout out to the YouTube members at the silver tier. We've got Chester, Thornforge, Brendan, Christian, Toasty the Wizard, Daniel P, Benjamin H, Cookie Cake, Nihilism Rip, Tragathor, Chicken Noodles, Clump, Alfredo, JBT, Fruboy, and V. For the gold tier, we've got Leica Wolf, Ayaya, Misks, David Boone, Killer Queen, Shockley6, Lol I'm Bad, Robert, Obtainable Beer, MF to Unworn Tripod, Soapski, B Dick 69, It Slits, Romelu, Scorelot, and One With Everything Bagel. If you'd like to join the list of members supporting the continued production of the channel, feel free to get started by clicking the join button right next to the sub button underneath the video. Otherwise, cheers guys, see you in the next one.